Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. I welcome you to Rome City, Indiana. Now, this video was made per request by one of my subscribers. This person requested that I do this video. They requested this video about, I want to say, about several days ago. So I went on ahead and did this video. And honestly, I had no idea that Rome City, Indiana even existed. I mean, I'm amazed of how much I learn about Indiana the more that I travel out and do these type of videos. You know, here I'm thinking I know Indiana, and every time I look up, I discover a town or a smaller city that I had no idea even existed. So anyhow, welcome to Rome City, Indiana. Now, Rome City, Indiana is located in northeast Indiana. It's located off of Indiana 9 by the Sylvan Lake. As you guys saw at the very beginning, those two pictures that you saw were pictures of Sylvan Lake. Now, Rome City is located 36 miles north of Fort Wayne, and 27 miles north of Columbia City, which are very easily accessible if you were to stay on I-9 and go south. No, hold on. Let me take that back. Yeah, I'm right. 27 miles. It is 27 miles north of Columbia City. Okay, let's keep going. So anyhow, obviously Fort Wayne is going to be the closest metro area to here. And as far as it goes for smaller cities that are close to here, I mean, your 23 mile, your Auburn, Indiana, you're 23 miles northwest of Auburn, Indiana, and you're also 29 miles southwest of Angola, Indiana. So those are the places where you would most likely go if you're looking for a larger city that offers more and better amenities compared to what's here in Rome City. Now, when I looked at entertainment here, I didn't see a whole lot to do online. And sometimes when you're driving through the city, when you're driving through these communities like I do, sometimes you can see things to do, other times you can't. But the only thing that I saw online to do was to visit the Gene Strawlin Porter State Historic Site, which is located right off the lake here. Now, I will say this would be a nice place to come visit during the summer, and maybe even during the early fall. You can come here and see all the beautiful colors of fall, and at the same time enjoy the views of the lake. Now, I had no idea that Rome City was, I was thinking that Rome City was just another small town here in Indiana. And for the most part it is, but it's also off of Sylvan Lake. This would be considered a lakefront city, I'm thinking. So just given the geographics of this city, it would definitely make a nice place to come to during the summer. So, if you're living in Florida, or you're living anywhere in the deep south, or you're living in the deserts of South Arizona during the summer, and you're looking for a place to go and cool off and enjoy some beautiful views and not have to deal with a whole lot of riffraff, Rome City would be the place to come visit. I mean, Indiana does have other places you can visit as well. But Rome City, just make sure you put Rome City on that list of places to visit whenever you're choosing to come through Indiana. It would be a place that I would think would be nice to visit during the summer. I mean, if you own a boat, or I guess you can rent a boat, you can definitely come up here to go boating. And I'm pretty sure that there is a place to where you can go canoeing or kayaking as well. And now I did speak to a couple of people while I was here. They did not want to be recorded, so I could not record. But people here tell me that during the summertime, it does get a bit crowded here. You do have a fair amount of people that come here to visit due to Sylvan Lake. And let's see, as far as it goes for the racial demographics, you got 91.6% white, 2.1% Asian, and 4.9% Hispanic. Now, here, I forgot to mention the population. The population here is currently sitting at 1,322 people. And the population has declined by 2.9% during the as of the 2020 census. Now, I would have thought this would be a community where the population would be growing, not declining. And during the census of 2010, the population declined by 15.7% back in 2010. Now in 2010, the population was sitting at 1,361 people. Now, I'm going to go ahead and guess that the reason why the population is declining here as opposed to increasing or even staying stagnant is because, well, for starters, given that the population here is relatively small in the first place, a few people here and there, a few people moving here or a few people leaving here could make all the difference in the world in terms of how the demographics are going to look on paper. So, just to be fair, that's one thing to take into consideration. Now, I would say the reason why this city is not gaining people, or is more people are leaving than coming here to reside. I'm going to say it's because of, I'm going to say it could be the climate. But then again, when you look at communities like Goshen, which is also up here in northern Indiana, Goshen has been a growing city ever since the beginning. So I don't know. I'm not even gonna blame it on the climate here. I don't know what to blame it on. It's within an hour of Fort Wayne. It's also within an hour of many other communities that are a little closer in. So when it comes to employment opportunities and all that fun stuff, it's not like you have to drive a ridiculous amount of miles to get to work. So I don't know why this city's losing population. Maybe someone who's familiar with this community can drop a comment in the comment section. Because I honestly can't even put a finger on why. Now, me personally, would I live here? No. Why wouldn't I live here? Well, other than the fact that I would never be able, other than the fact that I currently cannot afford to live here because, you know, now median rent prices are $570 to $1260 a month, which is not bad. And that's that's assuming that those numbers are even accurate. But the median cost of a home here is $277,000. Now, although that might be below the national average, that's still way more money than what I got for a house. And me personally, even if I had that kind of money for housing, I wouldn't be living up here. And I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to this community because it is a nice community. And the people here do appear to be nice for the most part. So it is a nice community up here. But the thing about me is, I'm just not that much into cold weather. And given that this is way up north all the way, very close to the Michigan state line. I mean, there's like one more county north of here before you enter into the state of Michigan. But given how far north this is, I really have no desire to live here all year round. Now, will I come here and visit during the summer? Of course. Now, for someone who's got some money and maybe they're looking for a renter getaway home, like I said earlier, if you're coming from the deep south where it's hot as hot during the summer, and you're looking for a place that's cooler, to where, yeah, there's mosquitoes obviously up here during the summer because you got the water, but it's not going to be quite as bad as, let's say, Florida. Or you're looking for something a little different than a dust bowl of South Arizona during the summer. I mean, this would definitely be a good place to come and visit. And I would say if you got the money and you want to come up here and buy a house and this is your summer home, okay, do what you do. Now, the good news here, the crime up here is relatively low. You shouldn't have any issues with anybody trying to mess with your house while you're, during the months that you're gone and you're at home. So that's one good thing about living up here. People appear to just stay to themselves and mind their own business. So if you buy a house up here, and also up here, you're not going to have to worry about hurricanes. Now, I don't know how often or how badly the lake here may flood. Now, it seems like they have they've taken all the proper measures to keep the lake from flooding here. But it's not going to be like Louisiana, where or parts of Florida, where you're going to have to worry about hurricanes. So that's another thing about living up here. Obviously, you don't got to worry about hurricanes. And as far as it goes for tornadoes, I don't think they get tornadoes all that often up here in northern Indiana. Now, I could be wrong, but I never heard of anything going on up here in North Indiana. I mean, I think when it comes to the weather, which obviously at that point of the year, most of you who are coming up here for the summer may not even be up here, will be come winter, when it gets real cold and now you feel the extra coldness coming off of the lake, because the lake is going to be froze over in basically a huge sheet of ice. So I would say winter weather up here is going to be your worst weather. And during the late spring and into the summer and early fall, that's going to be the ideal time of the year to come up here. Now, there are people that live up here all year round. Obviously. Now, like I told you guys, I would never live up here all year round because it's too cold. It gets too cold. But other than that, I don't really have anything negative to say about this little community. I mean, people here are nice. And I will say, when I went into the local grocery store, I will say I was quite impressed with the customer service. The customer service here was excellent. And like I said, people here appear to be nice. Like I said, my only two issues about living up here is A, I'm not able to afford the housing here. It's too rich for me. And B, the climate. But you take a place like this, you lower the housing a little bit, like lower the housing by, I don't know, $200 and some odd $1,000, and you locate this place to an area that's warmer, hey, I would definitely be in line to move here. But as you all realize, that is wishful thinking, so it is what it is. So yeah, if you're looking to live in northern Indiana and you don't mind dealing with colder weather for, I would say, 6 months out the year, give or take, then welcome to Rome City. Hopefully you guys got something out of this commentary. Now, I did look up reviews, and there were only 2 reviews about this city. One was a 5-star, one was a 4-star, and that is out of 5 stars. So this city does not have any bad reviews. People that live here, for the most part, appear to like it. And again, I'm not sure why this community is losing people. Normally, when I drive through a community, I can kind of be like, okay, this community is losing people for this reason, that, and the third. But in this case, I don't know. I can't tell you guys because I really do not know. I would think that this community would be gaining people, not losing people. So, like I said, anyone that might know the reason why people are leaving here, drop a comment below. Now, some of you might say, well, a lot of the jobs up here done disappeared. And that might be true. However, there's a lot of smaller places like this to where jobs have disappeared, but the population still either grows or at worst it stays stagnant. And like I said, you're within an hour of Fort Wayne, and you're also within an hour of other smaller Indiana cities. So, like I said, drop a comment below if you know why that this community has lost population. Alright folks, that's all I got for the commentary. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of the video. You know what to do by now. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. And give videos like this a thumbs up. It will help me out a lot. And I appreciate every last one of you. Alright, stay blessed and catch you on the next one.